How you feel personally, and then speak on that.
Pull the plug, Larry. Pull it.
How everybody doing? How everybody doing? Welcome to the Real Podcast Head. Are we on now?
Yeah, we on.
Are we good? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Real Podcast Head. I'm your boy Jody, the one and only.
It's your boy Bros to the right. You know what it is.
B Glenn over here, full effect.
All right. Welcome again. If you didn't hear me the first time, because my mic was on the floor, I need y'all to subscribe. Go on YouTube, subscribe, like, push all the buttons that you can on us. Look at all the ads, and follow us also on TikTok. We on Instagram, and once again, if you ain't seen Spotify, go check out that new music we got on Spotify. So appreciate all the love that everybody give and everybody that's coming in. Please share. Also, if you want us to talk about different subjects and we want to hit on, please comment and let us know, because we're going to talk about everything.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? What's going on, fellas?
I can't call it, man. It was just jumping on this Bigo, man. I'm excited about Bigo tonight. What's up, Bigo fam? I see a lot of people in the building.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's the first time we on here. We've been on TikTok and YouTube for a minute, so you know what I'm saying? Like as much as you can, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on in.
Oh yeah, we here. What's good, bro?
Hey man, look man.
Lord, here we go.
I almost didn't make it, man. I was tired. I was tired, bro.
What's going on? We had a long work day.
Yeah,
this
man.
Mr. Overachiever over here. If y'all don't know, this Mr. Overachiever right here.
Come on, man.
We out here with our socks on.
You know what I'm saying?
Lounging.
Yeah. No, hey, look. The thing about it is, man, we want to be comfortable. This is when we inviting y'all into our comfortability, you know, because we want y'all to be just like family. So that's why y'all see the socks and everything. You know what I mean? We getting it in because we family. We want everybody else to feel like family as well. So y'all can talk about anything, comment on anything. We're gonna have some good subjects. We have a wonderful show. So stay tuned in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No doubt.
So what we got on today, fellas? What we good? What's good?
What's going on this weekend? Hey, are we getting in the
Super Bowl weekend, man?
What are we getting in the studio?
Yeah.
We had to see about that.
Was it TBD? TBD.
Yeah, it's Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah,
so
Super Bowl weekend.
Super Bowl
but
weekend.
we will, man. We will, man. Eventually, we will.
You grilling, B? Put some wings on. What's going on?
I don't know if I'm doing much grilling this weekend, man.
No,
I don't know. I was thinking about doing
the game, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some meatballs.
Okay.
Do some meatballs. Probably order a wing platter from Weiss or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Call it a day.
So B, quick thing. I mean, are you gonna have a Super Bowl party or something? Or
we just keeping it quiet, man. Just the fam, man. Cause you know. Yeah. But when I do something, I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do something to have everybody down and have a good time. You know how we do.
Okay.
Right.
All right. That's what's up. I mean, who you got? What you was looking at? Who you got? KC or Philly?
I think Philly, bro.
You think Philly?
I think Philly.
Why?
I'm going for KC. I got personal reasons not to go for Philly, but yeah, go ahead.
Why Philly?
I think Philly gonna get it because, man, they dominate on both sides of the ball. Kansas City, really, their cornerbacks aren't the greatest. Philly's cornerbacks been pretty good, and Philly got a defensive line.
Yeah.
They got quite a few edge rushers, man. And I think, you know, as much as they're trying to suppress Mahomes' ankle injury, it's still there.
Yeah.
And when you get that heat on that thing, it's gonna be something different.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. But you know that's the key. I think Tampa Bay kind of like exposed Kansas City and Mahomes.
Hey, Alizé, thank you. Appreciate you.
You know, they kind of exposed them because when Tampa Bay was rushing them, he was all flustered.
Yeah.
When they was getting to him, he was flustered.
Yeah.
And I think Tampa Bay kind of like exposed what you need to do for KC. You know what I mean? For Mahomes.
Yeah.
You know, but I do want Philly to win as well.
Appreciate Simon, Jenna. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Why you don't want Philly? What's your personal reasons, bro?
I don't want to go into that.
Nah, you need to go into it right now, sir.
Into that.
I mean, what is it?
My crazy baby mother, that's her team, so I can't.
Oh, okay. Now I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
No need to explain no more.
Hey, Brad, thank you for following the anchor, man. Appreciate you.
No need to follow no more. Once again, I appreciate everybody that's coming on, man. I appreciate TikTok,
Absolutely.
IG, man. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen to the music on Spotify. Appreciate everybody coming in, showing us love, man. We appreciate it so much. Thank you.
No doubt. So all the Bigo folks out there, man, we just want to let y'all know that we talk about any and just about everything, but a lot of stuff we tend to talk about is relationships. So you know what I'm saying? Be prepared. We're gonna get into some conversations. Feel free to leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to you. So
and we gonna, and you know what I'm saying, coming up, you know, we talked about it, we're gonna start branching off and doing individual segments. So like, you know, like B said, you know, relationships has been a real hot topic. We get a lot of responses on, and but we're gonna start branching off and doing, you know, fight watch parties and stuff like that, and just doing segments on that and other sports and, you know, music. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
make sure y'all follow the channel. And,
yes.
So it's time to get on into it. What's on tap for the night?
Well, real quick.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me shout out the people that represent us. We're gonna shout out CJ from Infinite Training, man. I appreciate all the love.
Appreciate
he train our kids, man. Dude is an awesome trainer. Y'all check him out. Go to his YouTube, not his YouTube. Go to his Facebook page. Infinite, I believe, Infinite Personal Training. Check him out. He has a nice facility. He got a nice setup.
Where is he located at?
He's located in Gainesville, Virginia.
Okay. All right.
I need y'all to still. I don't care where y'all at. Y'all need to go look at my man doing some big things with these kids,
What's
man,
up, Harrison?
and also adults too. Yeah. Also adults.
Okay.
And shout out to him, man. Also, rest in peace, my man Marcus Jones, man. Grit.
Rest in peace.
Appreciate, man. Sure. My man, he was just picking up in DC, picking up his wife from the train station. Got hit by a stray bullet.
Oh wow.
We got to calm this violence down. Calm all this. Man. It's just hard, man. Rest in peace, my brother, man. Love you to death. We worked on music some time ago. And rest in peace, my brother.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Praying for the family and his wife, man.
Definitely.
But yeah, let's get into
What's
it,
up,
man.
Talent Speaks for Me. We see you over on IG.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Let's get into it, man.
Let's go.
So
hey, you know, I'm sorry. Before you go, I know we into cutting everything. Hey, man, happy Black History Month, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Happy Black History Month, man. So
yeah.
I just had to say
well, before we get in this, well, since it is Black History Month,
right?
I'm about to go off the little. So, who's y'all? You know, if you could follow any Black history icon, or not even an icon, a person that you can say kind of a big influence, who would it be?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
Cause I don't know if I can choose just one, man. Like, cause they all had pivotal things throughout history that, you know, collectively brought us kind of to where we are right now. I personally feel like we should be a lot further than where we are right now, but you know, so is society, and so is, you know, the struggle that
it's continued.
Yeah, no doubt.
But you know what I'm saying? My two, actually, my three will be, of course, MLK. You know what I'm saying? Frederick Douglass and what's my man? Malcolm X. Those are my three.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not even gonna say who it is because it's too many to name, and I'm just not going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
What about you?
Mine's Martin Luther King, and
Martin Luther King.
Yeah, Martin Luther King, and the reason why, because you know, I think he will have a problem with today's society. I think one thing people don't realize, Martin Luther King, he spoke togetherness.
Yeah.
Like he didn't speak all this separation of it. He wanted all of us to be together. And that means from different cultures, different ethnicities, different backgrounds. But today's society, everything is about groups and everything is about movements, and that's not what Martin Luther King was about. He already knew that by doing that you're still separating us, and there's always going to be conflict. As long as we're separated in some type of way, there's always going to be conflict.
Right.
So he was like something that, I did say his elementary school, I had to do his I have a dream speech, you know what I'm saying? Because that was one of my little
So
things.
you feel like he got a piece of him.
I did the, I have a dream speech.
Yeah.
It got me in tears. It moved me. But no, that was good.
No doubt.
That's what's up, man. Y'all watch, since I brought up Malcolm X, y'all watch Godfather Harlem?
What?
Do you watch that joint?
Yo, what?
Before you go there, what did Talent Speaks For Me say?
My bad.
Before you go.
Talent Speaks For Me said, Rosa Parks, she said a lot without saying anything at all. The impact of a woman standing tall is amazing to me.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that because, and not that we're not.
What's up, Rob?
We don't intentionally not say anything about the women that did things back then, but you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you brought that up because the women did just as much to support and push forward the movement as the men did. So thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Bro, you don't watch how you don't watch
The
Godfather Harlem?
And you know what's so
never
funny? I just got finished season 2. I couldn't stop watching it, bro. I swear to God. Like I
What
watched
is it on?
Epics or Hulu.
What's the M? It's on something else
Epics.
too. Is it?
Yeah, Epics, and it's on Peacock too. I think Epics.
It's
Peacock.
on a few. I can't remember I can't remember the network. It starts with an M. I think MGM Plus or something like that. It's a network.
It's on a couple.
It's on those
It's on
other
Epics
streaming
too.
platforms,
look into that.
But bro,
It's like 50, 11, 11 shows we gotta watch.
Bro,
yeah, man.
when I tell you, I had to keep watching. Yeah. Oh my. It seemed like to me. You want to get into it? I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, we can.
I mean,
Okay,
hold on. Before y'all
go ahead. I'm
before
sorry.
y'all go there into that one, have y'all seen Last of Us?
Nah,
Which one? Hold on,
Chronic.
Last of Us.
It's on HBO Max.
that's the one you just
It's a
told me
movie?
about, right?
Yeah,
Is it a series or
it's
a
a
movie?
series, so it's based
no,
off
I
a
ain't
video
seen that.
game.
Anybody else in the comments seen
Last
of Us?
I ain't seen
Bigo.
it.
Anybody on Bigo have played the game Last of Us or watched the new series?
I
Last
ain't
of
never
Us?
seen that, but I'm gonna look at it since you say
You gotta watch it.
it's crazy.
It's good.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna watch it after you watch
But he gonna get
Gangs of London because I told you that like 3 episodes ago.
You did.
Last of Us. So
What is
Last
it?
of Us.
All right, I'll look forward this weekend.
Yeah, Last of Us. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to check it out. But
Definitely.
The Godfather of Harlem, bro, you gonna make me cuss on this joint? No,
Yeah.
yo,
I gotta watch it.
Forrest Whitaker is the lead role on that joint.
Forrest Whitaker's in
swear
there?
to
He's
goodness,
playing Bumpy
Sean.
Johnson.
Oh, okay.
This thing is so
Yeah.
vicious.
All right. So
it's so vicious.
before we leave here tonight, I'm gonna put this joint on my phone so we
All
can, I can
But-
figure out where it's at.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was a gangster in this movie, this series, I would be exhausted because I swear everybody turns on everybody. It's like every moment somebody is turning on somebody or getting somebody. I swear every
that's how
episode.
it is with gangster stuff.
Yeah,
anyways,
every
right? Like it's,
minute, every time, man. I'm like, Lord Jesus, how many? Lord, like, but man, that thing, like, you gotta watch.
Yeah.
it. You gonna get hooked. It was
I'ma
just
add it
like
to the list.
it was just like Power for me. Like, I was already when Power came out. They was already in like season 4 before I started looking at, and a coworker said, "Yo, you gotta look at Power."
So let me.
And
tell
I
you,
had to binge it because it got that good.
So we watched Power the first episode. You know what I'm saying? Like this had been out probably for like
Mm-hmm.
2 episodes or so. My wife and I. In the first like 2 episodes, I was like, this joint was boring. I'm not watching it. After them first went through,
Yeah.
it's hooked.
Yeah.
We was watching that joint. But I tell you another one that we was hooked on like that was Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. My wife
like
watched
Breaking
it.
Bad?
I
Breaking
never
Bad
watched
was
that
good,
joint.
bro.
I couldn't
Me and
get
my wife,
into
when we
it.
first got to it, me and
Y'all
my wife
you
watched
like
that
that
joint
too?
I didn't see it
day and
yet.
night. We watched from sun up to sundown. We was watching that. joint.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously.
I gotta check that. I couldn't get into it for some reason, man.
Yeah.
It was almost like what's that one? I can't remember, but I couldn't get into Breaking Bad. I did watch the first like couple episodes, but I just couldn't get into it for the second.
So the one for you, Ron, is because you come from the criminal justice, correctional background, mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah.
See, I ain't seen that.
Bro, trust
See,
me.
y'all just, what y'all be at home just watching this stuff? Like,
Yo.
they be just watching series and everything.
That's my only I don't want to say my only, but that's like my me time, like watching TV because I like work. So like when I get to, that's like my relaxation.
I didn't think you had that part in your life. I thought it was just work.
At night. Then the TV,
Mr. Overachiever, I thought you just worked all day long.
the TV be watching me. But yeah,
But no, man. So, well, let me say this, like, because that's a good thing. Like when you say that, like when you talk about series, do you just pick a series, or do you you got to see the reviews, or how do you pick by going about looking at your series? Like, what you think? Like,
I look at the previews for real. Like at the previews, I can tell like how it's shot, like what kind of not literally what kind of cameras they use, but like what it looks like, and like I'm into pretty much everything, crime, drama, love stories, vampires. I'm like I like a whole lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
See, so talented people say, okay, Power is my show. So, well, let me ask everybody out. So, B, how do you go about looking, like, what initially got to hook you to a series? Because there's so many different TV series out here today. Mm-hmm. So what gets you, like, say, let me watch this series? What?
I'm more of a, hold on, my bad. I like for somebody to tell me about something, but I mean, if I'm watching something, you know what I'm saying, I'll read it.
Yeah.
And then I might look at like the little previews on it. And if it look good, you know what I'm saying, I'll check it out. But a lot of the shows I've come across has been by like somebody telling me like, yo, you should check this out. See what, you know what I'm saying? See if you like it or whatever the case. Well, this is really good. So
yeah,
that's kind of like where I'm at with it. Yeah.
See, I'm the same way. Like somebody got to tell me, like Godfather Holler, somebody had to tell me that. Right. Power, somebody had to tell, like, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think sometimes my patience wears thin when it comes to TV series, especially if it's a lot of them. But I got hooked. Let me tell you what I got hooked on. Dang, what's the jump? The dude was like, God, he was killing, white guy killing people, but he was killing them. It's like he had an itch of killing. Dexter.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to say.
I've never seen that.
Man, I don't know what happened with me with that, but I looked, and he had about 10 series on that one. And I got hooked on it for some I got hooked on this dude just killing. Like, it was crazy. But so I'm gonna say this to everybody out, that's listening on Bigo, IG, YouTube. What kind of, like, leave in the comments, like, what gets you hooked on a series? Like, what somebody, you got to hear from somebody. You got to see the reviews. Give us like what trumps you to like look at a TV series. Because that's kind of like, it's so many out there, though.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's so many out there. So, I mean, they still got some of the old stuff out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I find myself looking at Martin all the time for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
TV1.
I told you I could watch Jamie Foxx every day.
Yeah, I can too. I can too.
That's one show I think I could watch all the time.
And I know the words to it. I still keep watching it.
Here I come.
Yeah.
Time to get it started.
You know what to do.
That joke,
yeah.
Here comes Jamie Foxx.
That don't rock.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
So what's on tap, bro?
Yeah, what's on my bad?
So we're gonna start off with sports. You know what? I think I probably will start the first like split off podcast head segment on sports and live stream the well, I can't stream it, but I'm gonna do the commentary like while the fight's going on this weekend. UFC joint coming up. UFC 284. Islam Makhachev is a lightweight main event versus Alexander Volkanovski. That's gonna be a real good one.
Yeah. So you're gonna do the live streaming this weekend while you watch it?
This weekend while I
everybody
watch
listen to that.
So tune in.
Tune in the Real Podcast.
You know we could chop it up about the fight, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who you feel like's winning, who you feel like won, you know what I'm saying? Make it happen.
Wow.
Okay.
That's gonna be dope.
Featherweight co-main, Yair Rodriguez and Josh Emmett. And welterweight, Jack Della versus Randy Brown. Heavyweight, Justin Tafa versus Parker Porter. And so
just tune in Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Tune in Saturday.
This Saturday.
Bro's gonna be doing a live stream
10 p.m. Eastern on Saturday.
All right.
Hey, bro, it was a slap show or something on last night on TBS.
Yeah, that's Dana White's new joint.
Man, what do y'all think about that joint, man?
I seen a little piece of it. My man at work showed me that joint, man.
You said the swollen face dude?
Yeah.
Well, I seen that one, but the one last night, it was this one dude. I guess they in a house where they doing like they preparing or like it's like film, like they going through the rigmarole.
Crazy, man.
And the dude said, you better hope you go first, because if I go first, you in trouble. So the Bama smacked him, and my buddy was telling me that the first slap, the dude leaned into it, so it was like a foul, and he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? He got when he re-smacked him, he smacked the mess out. This Bama went out out.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
You know,
rules
yeah,
of that joint is crazy.
Yeah,
man.
because like you can't like tuck your
can't
chin.
move, none of that.
You can't like you know.
I'm
you
not
gonna get
finna sit
smacked
there and let
again.
nobody smack me in my
You gonna let me smack you, B? You gonna let me smack you?
No,
B?
sir.
B, stand still, B.
No, sir. No, sir.
And you know what? And you know what's so funny? I swear I would grow my whole beard.
Hey, but that's the thing. Like people
Try
be
to
talking
cushion my
about,
blow.
like people with big beards, like they have an advantage sometimes.
Yeah.
because
it absorbs
because
the
of
fat.
their beard. But it
Yeah.
also depends on where you get hit at too. Because if you get hit in the temple, you know that beard ain't gonna.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that dude actually, if you look at the one with that dude had the swollen face, he actually
Yeah.
won the joint too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
with the
did.
swollen face. Ain't no way.
But that was a prime example. When his face was swollen when he got hit, he moved a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So he had to get smacked again. And that dude put them paws on him.
Man,
yo.
he was smacking life out this dude, man. I swear to God. I would have been like, hell nah.
But yeah, so that I gotta double check boxing, man. I don't know what's going on with boxing this weekend. Who's fighting? I think AB got a fight. Adrian Broner got a fight coming up. I'm not sure if it's this weekend or not. What other fights we got coming up with boxing? Caleb Plant and versus David Benavidez. That's gonna be a good one. It's a lot of fireworks with them two right now.
Okay.
And then we got Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So
Yeah.
No
so
doubt.
yeah, man.
Okay.
All right.
All right, y'all. Y'all hear from Bros. Tune in tomorrow night, 10 p.m. He gonna be live streaming with some boxing. Y'all want to come on and
Saturday
night.
night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yeah,
Tune
yeah.
in with my man. He gonna be live streaming. Come on, show him some love. I'm gonna show you some love. Hopefully, I see you a little bit, but I'm gonna show you some love as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll be in attendance.
Yeah, yeah.
If I ain't sleep.
Saturday night. See that? Okay, that lets you know when you got married dudes on this panel. They say 10 p.m. on Saturday night. If I ain't sleep, okay. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Let's see. What else we had? We had that, John. I don't know if I want to touch on that right now. Let's just go ahead and jump into this other one.
All right, we're gonna jump into these conversations.
Some of these,
Yep. So Bigo, IG, y'all comment. Feel free to comment. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions. Tell us how you feel on these topics, man.
Oh yeah.
So this first one right here, let me hit this, John, read the whole story. The topic of this one is what do I do about the ex who is slandering me and our relationship online? So have you ever had that happen to you?
No.
By the ex? No. Who? No, never.
Slander me online. Slander me online.
I feel like everybody at least had one.
No, never.
You know what I'm saying?
No, never.
You said an ex slandering
Ex
you.
slander you online.
Yeah.
I can't say that I have.
No. All right, so you
No.
just had all your relationships just ended amicably.
Well, I ain't been in a bunch of relationships, so.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Well,
I got to read this comment.
go ahead. What?
I know I need to read this comment.
Go ahead.
Miss Dotson wrote,
Yeah.
"Hey to November Butterfly, when are we getting up so we can have a woman's podcast head?"
Oh.
Wow.
That's how y'all feel? I mean, hey.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
You gonna leave that one
I'm
alone?
gonna leave that one alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would be a nice.
Wouldn't it?
You know what I'm saying?
If they had a us versus them,
Yeah.
what?
I mean, hey.
But y'all gotta, first of all, before y'all can do that, y'all gotta come up on here live first.
Exactly.
You can't branch off and do a separate.
Yeah.
You
Say it
gotta
again.
come up on live first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So talent speaker say it ain't nothing to cut that B blank off. And then oh wait, an X. So what? Let them say what they say. They are X's. What?
Not all
November
the time,
Butterfly
man. You
say, I
can't-
know, right? We about to blow their podcast out the water. What? Hold up now.
Look,
We're about to go left on this. They really going in on us, yo.
look.
Hey. Do
We
what
can't-
y'all do. I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
if they feel like
we,
they-
we,
I mean-
we support all functions.
Okay, but go ahead. Okay, an X.
Yeah. That would happen to you. B ain't had that kind of
An X
relationship.
slandering you online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to that because I don't really be like online. Like I don't.
Yeah.
If you look at like I don't have anything. I don't really be on there too much. You know what I'm saying? For them to now, so I wouldn't know if it even happened or not. Honestly, I wouldn't even care. You know, let them, like, sometimes your silence speaks volumes. You know what I mean? You're not, giving into it. But some people can't. Like, what they call it, cyberbullying or something like that. And you could use that in court. Gangster. Yeah, you could use that in court of law. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these days, they take that to court now. Whatever you put on social media, you could take that to court and sue them. For real, honestly.
You could. I mean, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
Man, you know,
yeah, you can. So they got to be careful with that, what they say.
So Miss Dawson said something on.
Look. You know what? That was my topic too. That's why I put it in here because I experienced that.
His ex used to wild out online. Okay,
so talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So what kind of wilding out are we talking about here?
I mean, everything from deadbeat dad. She called me to like. I mean, you name it. She done said it, bro. Like, she said I used to. I don't even. She
say
said
it. You already let the cat out of the bag.
She lied and said I used to stalk her, all kinds of stuff, bro. Like, it's and to you. I mean, I understand. Like, there's certain things that you shouldn't just like pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Especially like dealing with social media. But at some point, it's just like
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
It's just like shut up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man, but that was the only one. I've only had that happen to me once. All my other relationships, I never had to deal with that. But
that is tough. So how would a person respond? Like, do you respond with silence? Like, if they continue?
I actually did. I never said anything online. I said something to her, but I never said anything online. And then eventually I stopped saying anything to her because, I was trying to speak common sense to someone who ain't got none. So, it was.
So Miss Dawson says she almost had to put the pause on her a few times.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually going to ask that because how did it affect your marriage? Like, because I know it had to be some conversations you and your wife had to have as far as that situation. Yeah. Because it had to be tough. You know what I mean?
It was, man. It like she put me through the ringer, young. Like with the whole thing, social media stuff, calling my phone. I'm with wifey. We was dating at the time. We wasn't married, but you know what I'm saying, calling my phone all kind of hours of the night and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So but it took time. It took a lot of conversations patience. In those conversations of like, look, I don't want nothing to do with her. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, it worked itself out.
Yeah. Time always does.
Yeah.
Always does.
All right, so we're going to jump into this next one real quick. So this next one is: a therapist explains the keys to long-term happiness in a marriage. I know we touched on this a few times, and like we all have our own kind of views about what it takes to have and sustain a happy marriage and stuff like that. So I'll jump in this one real quick. It says, whether you're celebrating 1 year of marriage or 10, there's always room to strengthen your relationship for the larger goal of long-term happiness within your union. And while this looks different for every single couple, there are a few core things everyone in a partnership can focus on in order to sustain a happy marriage that will last a lifetime. According to one relationship expert, a little self-work together can go a long way. A healthy long-term connection boils down to two people showing up in the best versions of themselves, which can only come through self-awareness and a look at what can I, not they, do better, says licensed relationship expert and therapist Laird Torrent. Let me see if she jumped into. So one of the things is to understand yourself first before you can do any work on a relationship. Each individual partner has to look inward in order to show up in the best way possible for themselves, their partner, and the marriage as a whole. Yeah.
So, yeah, I hear what the therapist, and that's coming from a therapist, right? I agree, because at the same time, because we change as people.
Yeah. Right.
Every time, seasons, like, we could change. Like, sometimes it could be the job. Sometimes it could be a home. Sometimes it could be an environment. And sometimes it be us physically. especially when it comes to the physical. Like as we age, everything changes physical. Emotions change. So sometimes you have to really keep doing a lot of self-reflection on the way you're the way you're communicating, the way you're emotional, I guess your emotional safety blanket towards your partner. Because especially as we get used to our partner, sometimes we still don't have all the right answers. Right. And I think we got to understand that we're not going to always have the right answers. And I always tell, even with my girl, like, I can't always read your mind. So we still learning. It's still under construction.
We're still not mind readers.
Exactly. So sometimes you still have to tell me, because, you know, even now, sometimes sometimes, you know, we could speak like you've been married for a while, and then she would come and say, well, you should know that already. And you'd be like, but I didn't know you wanted it right then and it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't read your mind. Like, sometimes you might want something different. Sometimes you might want a candy bar instead of a cupcake. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? But I think it's very important that we understand that, you know, even though that you get on my nerves or it's irritating that you would say that, I can still know that you got the best interest for me at heart. Right. It's not coming from a malicious place.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and I think that this first one, self-reflection, is something that's a constant. It's going to be a constant throughout your marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because I think at the point where you don't have that self-reflection is the point to where you might lose your relationship because of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not focusing on, you know, what you need to do to bring, you know, the best out of your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Right. So,
yeah. And I think that comes with allowing a lot of outside influence. And what I mean when I say outside, I mean work, I mean friends, and I even mean family. Because at the same time, I can say this, like, we get so caught up in our jobs, we get caught up with our friends, and that we lose track of our there it is. So a lot of times we have to, that's what makes, I'm about to really that's what makes a wonderful partner. And that's what makes you so much, she could understand, because what can tend to happen is if she come to you and say, wait a minute, babe, like, you really like starting to like, wait a minute, where's my time? Where's my, you know, where's my, it's like, where's my time? But then instead of you blowing up, because, you know, like a lot of men, and we tend, because we like to be providers. So we'll blow up and be like, well, I mean, what you mean? I'm trying to keep these lights on. You want to live like this? But then we got to look at the self-reflection and say, wait a minute. I was at work for about 20 hours less a day. Then I did this. So let me, I am slipping. I'm slipping a little bit. Let me, you know, bring that pride down. I don't need to boast or beat on my chest. Right. And see her from her point of view, you know.
But, you know, when you do look at self-reflection and you look at things, like I put it to you like this. I took the fellas, I had like 3 crews that was working for me over in Maryland yesterday, and took the cats out for lunch, you know what I'm saying, before I came back across the bridge. And I was sitting down there, you know, you got a couple of them that are a little bit younger, maybe like 26, you know, maybe 30, maybe 35, something like that. Another cat that's probably like 44, 45. But, you know, sitting there talking, and they like, I ain't giving my girl that she can't track me. She don't need to know where I'm at. And I'm just listening, and I'm like, now I'm the OG. You know what I'm saying?
You go to school them on me. Let me go ahead and school them real quick.
I didn't even say nothing. I was like, I'm gonna sit back and just listen. You know what I'm saying? Just listen and see what these cats talking about. And I just thought it was kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, thinking of that and doing self-evaluation, you know, like, do you feel like you arrive sometimes in your relationship? And what I mean by arrive, like, do you understand the meaning of marriage or a relationship? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody understands that. You know, like, you know, younger folks tend to think that it's like, oh, they don't need to know where I'm at, and they thinking of it from another standpoint. And you could be totally not doing nothing at all. Right. You could be the most loyalist, honest person in the world. So why is it so hard to give up your location?
Right. Unless you're doing something.
Something that you ain't supposed to.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You know, sometimes that's part of that self-reflection when you got to look back and think about things.
Yeah, man.
So crazy.
B get
This
on
guy
my
over
nerves.
here.
He's speaking, boy.
Nah,
Hey,
you too.
It's the
All of
truth.
my
Like,
relationships,
yeah,
everything you said was like I went
Yeah.
through that same scenario. You know what I'm saying? Wife, I'm working, and she hit me with the.
Oh, she
You
did.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to come sit next to me real quick? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I had to. Now at the time I did because I'm working. I was in it. I was tired. You know, so I did have that boastful moment in at that time. You know what I'm saying? But again, you know, we had that conversation, and just like you said, man, it's not about that. Sometimes you just really have to sit, listen to what your significant other is saying, and receive that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. I mean, I went through that too, man, where I was just work for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't giving her time, and now it's like that's all we do. We watching shows every weekend. You know what I'm saying? We spending that time.
That's what it's about, man. That QT, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
it's so crazy we talk because I was sitting there thinking like, well, my God, and I was just like, dang, what, you know, as we get older, like you was talking to the young cats, right? And it was like, why am I sharing my? It comes with maturity.
Yeah.
It does because as you was talking, I was thinking about when I was that young, and I was like, man, hell no, I ain't sharing. Like, you know, I was in the same bar. I was like, man, I ain't sharing my what? But please,
Exactly.
my phone, what? My code of my phone? You ain't getting that. Like, now that I'm older, man, you know, as you go through life and life experiences, you know, and you find that person that really solidifies that unconditional love. Because I tell everybody all the time, I talk about this a lot. It's like, you know, if love not supposed to be easy. It's called unconditional for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's because it's not going to be easy. It's all work. It's always under construction. Every time, every minute, every day, it's always under construction. Now, you find that right person is beautiful. You bring that joy in your heart. Now,
And
it's
becomes
like
a little easier.
There it is.
That's all. It's always gonna be work, but you find the right person, it's gonna be easier. And it won't be as much work.
What?
You find
it don't feel work. It ain't feeling like work.
Right.
So I could share my location. I could give my it's not work. It's not hard.
That yin to your yang.
Yeah, it's not hard. But we make it hard. But then I think about it, and as I got older, I was like, yo, what's the most important thing in life? As we travel these roads, we travel these highways and byways. It's like, what's the most important thing? What is the goal of life? Is to find that partner. Because it's almost like if you look at every celebrity, every rich person, what's good is being rich and you alone.
Yeah.
I was listening to Shannon Sharp. They had their podcast, and he was saying the same. It was like I'm alone. I go to bed alone.
Right.
Like I put my work first so long for so much that I don't even know how to share it with anybody. I'm alone.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you get to a point to where you're a lot older now because you put your work first. Now is he going to be, in some instances, a lot of instances, it's going to be harder to find someone who you really feel is going to be there for you, because when you rich, you got money. Now you side eyeing like, you know,
Are you here for me?
For the right reason.
For the right reasons.
You know what I'm saying?
And then can you really can you really put your work aside to really open up for that person to so you can receive that person wholeheartely?
Right.
Can you do that? Because you've been so used to this work.
Rihanna.
Now you can't even separate. You know, can I put this to the side and focus specifically on you and hearing you out? It's hard.
Yeah. Talent Speaks to Me said something. Can you?
Oh yeah, Talent Speaks to Me said, "That's what's up. I respect gentlemen. Your wife is your wife by choice, so show her you enjoy your choice, if that makes sense." I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And that's what it's all about. I mean, like I said, man, you just gotta see your significant other from where her perspective is. And if you can do that without being self-centered on your part, oh, I bought this, I paid for this. It's not about that.
Right.
It's not about that. You know. And that's where I think a lot of men, I'm not saying, I'm just saying in general, we kind of, because we providers and we kind of like fall short of.
Yeah.
So women, don't be so hard on us, please, because sometimes it's not out of intentional, but we so on the grind and we trying to provide and trying to provide.
It's all for you. It's all for you.
And we just get sidetracked sometimes. So just it's patience. And that's why it's always under construction.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So one of the next ones that they brought up in here is look at how you argue. It says arguing with any kind of relationship is unavoidable, especially if you're in it for the long haul. Torrent emphasizes that you can't just fight to win or fight to play the victim role. He frames it like this. Couples who fight constantly are building a relational culture between them that is founded on one-upmanship and competition, where one partner is the victor and the other is the vanquished. However, couples who want to feel closer to one another during challenging times should consider that ultimately two partners' goals are the same. Healthy relationships that span the test of time are ones where each partner realizes that the relationship is a zero-sum game, meaning if your partner loses, then you lose too. That's deep right there.
Yeah.
That is right deep as hell.
Well, let me say this to kick this one off. Gentlemen, all the gentlemen in Bigo land, IG land, if you have an argument with your wife, you are wrong. Don't worry about it. Don't fight. Shut up. Take it. Keep it moving. What's up with you, Ravier?
B said, you know what? Forget all that. Look, do not argue. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're right though. Look, there is definitely truth in happy wife, happy life.
Yes, I agree.
But I
agree.
Some of us fall short of that sometimes. In our relationship, me, like we're like logical thinkers, right? Like for me, I'll sometimes want to, my wife told me this the other day that I'll want to argue some of the smallest things sometimes. But for me, it's like, because
why you ain't put the tie wrap on the bread?
It's like some of the stuff is like if it don't make sense, I'm like, no, like we're gonna talk about this. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's just like sometimes it just don't make sense.
But
right?
wait a minute, y'all could be 5 minutes, y'all eating. You know what? Wait a minute, though, because why would you still do that?
But yeah, so you gotta pick and choose your battles. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I try to. I'm with B. I'm be honest with you. I think you're just wrong. Just let it go. Even what's so funny? My girl hates it because I just start laughing. I just be like, you know what? I ain't even gonna worry about it. And she be like, No. We just want to be like, what is wrong?
So,
do you want me to fuck with you?
So here's the kicker, right? The minute you don't want to argue, they gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
They gonna keep it going.
What? You know what's so funny? Every time she does it, I just start laughing because it's funny. I'm sorry.
Oh, she getting mad.
Oh, she getting mad.
She getting mad.
And I just be like, and so I be, come on, baby, stop playing. Let me hold your hand. Come here. Let me hold your hand. Get the hell away.
Yeah, all of that. Don't touch it. Don't talk to me.
And I start laughing. What is wrong with you?
Oh man.
Yeah, that stuff crazy, man. That's how it be. You right, B. Just be wrong. Don't even just.
But I speak again to it that, when you get to those points where you can argue, and then a few minutes later, baby, what you want to eat, and y'all back on good terms.
Beautiful.
You've not mastered the game, but you've come a long way.
Yes, that's exactly what. Look, you got to argue it also. You be like, did you still want that? I'm about to make you something. You want the eggs?
I ain't gonna lie. It was a time where I'd be mad, and I'm mad. I don't want to talk to you no more today. We not talking. I'm going downstairs. I'm not talking to you now. I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna be mad. Let me go see it.
Yeah, and that's what that's the moments that you don't want to have, where you have an argument and you're mad with your significant other for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
y'all not saying nothing.
Man, there's been weekends that went by, a whole weekend.
Are you serious?
It used to be like that. Yeah,
man.
So, well, let me ask you a question. You said it been a whole weekend. So what changed? Like what did you have? What did each of y'all had to do to make that, to rectify that for it to be the whole weekend?
9 times out of 10. Well, I don't know. I say both, because sometimes, after you get to so the weekend's short anyway.
Uh-huh.
So, you get into an argument on Friday, You don't talk all day Saturday. It's quiet in the house. You ain't doing that.
And then you just look at her like,
you there to heat up food. Like, she probably wants something to eat too. But I ain't making it.
I'm going to wait for her to say something to me because I ain't going to say nothing.
Exactly.
Because she ain't going to win this. Hell no. Nah.
Look, you go upstairs.
Because if I say something, she going to feel like she won.
Look, no daggone well, it's a bathroom on your level. You go all the way upstairs. That bathroom. See if she going to say something. It's crazy, bro. Them
so what made it change? Like what how did you like move from the whole weekend to it just being
I don't know. I guess sometimes you just learn to try to put that thing to the side. You know what I'm saying? Realize that it's just in the moment. It's just the heat of battle real quick, but you can't let that stuff transpire. Man, that's time that you can't get back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Time
You
is
argue,
valuable.
exactly. You argue, fussing, and fighting over something stupid.
Yeah.
It could be like something I let one of the kids do something and she didn't approve of it. Like, okay, my bad, or whatever the case may be, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pick and choose your battles, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's so. Do y'all, when we talk about, because we hear this all the time. Do you agree with the? Because I think we spoke about this maybe some episodes ago. I think when we comment on something like, but I'm gonna say it right now anyway. Like when people just leave the house and they go somewhere else, or they go downstairs and sleep downstairs, or they go they remove their self completely.
Yeah,
you know
what you think, bro?
I mean, again, that also comes with. I think it comes with maturity, right? And like, because I did that in my past, right? Like, but that was during a period where I would get so upset about something that it's like I just gotta leave because we gonna really argue if I stay here. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, it just comes with maturity, man. It's just realizing what's important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
My father used to tell me when him and his wife used to get into it, he'd leave the house, and he would go to Best Buy or somewhere. He'd buy something for himself because that made him happy. And he didn't even care. So I used to be like that sometimes. I would leave the house, but I wouldn't go buy nothing. But I go, you know what I'm saying, go to a little store or something and just walk around and shop. I might even go to the grocery store, go find something. So I'd be like, I'm gonna try to cook this later on or something. But sometimes you do need that separation. You gotta get out the house, get away from that your significant other for a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying, just to clear your mind. So I think sometimes that's needed.
So what is all right? So what is a no? Like, okay, you get in an argument. So and this is in general because y'all good husbands. You know what I'm saying? So
Thank you, Wood. I mean,
y'all are. I can't say, and I tell it to I gotta, and I will tell this to everybody. Like I got a great bunch of friends to follow. Like y'all really give me a lot of insight on marriage, on how to treat your wife and everything. So,
Appreciate
but let me.
Yeah.
I want to say it in general, and people listen. Like, so, what is a no? Like, is you get mad where you stay out that night, you come back that morning.
Nah, that's a no.
Or you stay out till the morning, or you sleep downstairs. What is a no when it comes to that argument threshold?
Everything you just said.
Everything is a no.
No
But is it,
leaving and coming back in the morning. No sleeping downstairs. No sleeping out in the next room or whatever. It's all of that. All of that does nothing but create further divide in your relationship because you know what I'm saying. For instance, if you get into an argument, your woman, she like get her pillow and go lay out on the couch or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you don't try to fix the situation that night and she sleeps out there, then you know what I'm saying, it's just creating further divide. You know what I'm saying? And then now you're in the next day and now you're either gonna not talk to each other for longer or you know what I'm saying, like yeah.
Shout out to Caitlin Orrs. Appreciate you coming through tonight. Happy Thursday.
She
Check
said,
the comments out.
yeah, she said, Tyler Speed said, well, I agree 100%. November Butterfly said, all the above, like you said. Caitlin Norris said, we have a rule, never go to bed angry, talk out the issue no matter what, which is true. Tyler Speed said, come home before 12 because that's the next day. If you stay out until the next day, we boxing on site. On site.
November Butterfly said on site.
But okay, so well, let me ask everybody. So what about they're home, but they're like you said, they're sleeping in a different room, like throughout the night. Like you go to bed, is that okay? Like for them to just, okay, I'm going downstairs and I'm sleeping in the basement for the night.
I can't say that that's wrong because I am a culprit of that. When things get a little salty and I'm in my feelings, I go downstairs. I'll sleep on the couch or I'll come to the basement room. So I mean, I don't think that's not a no, but it does cause, you know what I'm saying, a lot of issues. It does cause problems because, you know, throughout the night, I mean, you like your soft and warm next to you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You can't roll over and touch your wife or whatever the case may be. So
you like it soft and warm next to you.
So, yeah, man. I mean, it's a no, but you know, as long as you're in the house. If you leave in the house and you staying out all night and all other craziness, then that's
I think that opened the door for other problems and other issues. That's what I was saying. But so you would say it's a no, but you have. You know, you have done. So what have you done to? We talk about what do we do to rectify? So what do we do to come back and rectify the argument? Like, do we just move past it? Like you say, you slept on the couch. So when you the next morning, do you just move past it, or don't mention again, or you just
it gets mentioned. To some degree, it gets mentioned. Somebody has to.
Somebody gonna break that mold. That silence.
Yeah.
And then you will have to go from there. In which it normally comes into like a hour long talk, and it's like, I'm sorry, baby, I didn't, then you know what time it is.
Hey, look, it's my fault. It's me. I need to work on me. It's me. It's
I'm
me.
the one
It's not you. It's me. Did I say it was me? I did tell you it was me, right? Kayla Noah said, not gonna lie, being pregnant makes me not like the way he breathes sometimes, but we always resolve the issues. There's no sleeping away from each other. I know that's right. I know that's right, man. I agree, man. There's no, and you know what's so crazy though. But I had to learn that.
What's that?
I had to mature, like the sleeping, like you don't leave the house. You don't. Right. I had to learn that. I mean, that comes with maturity. I had to mature in that. I'm being honest. I had to. My younger days, I've been like, peace. I ain't tripping on that. You know what I mean? But now, as I got into what's important in life, it's like now it's like, okay, no, we need to. We ain't sleeping. Nah, you ain't sleeping in our room. Hell nah. So. So what else they say on this therapist say?
Another one says you got to build healthy habits. Good habits are the foundation for any healthy relationship, and that includes a relationship with yourself and with your partner. If both partners do the work to form healthy habits on their own and together within the marriage, this sets everyone up for success, even though it may seem like going to couples counseling isn't necessary until issues arrive. Torn emphasizes that seeking a relationship therapist before larger issues come up can be a great way to work on habit building as partners. What's y'all take on? I mean, this particular therapist is saying some good stuff, but what's your
healthy habit?
Not necessarily that, but like just on marriage counseling and therapy and stuff like that. Like, have
I've never I feel like sometimes it's probably needed. But do we take advantage of it or do it? I don't think so.
Right. I think some people are
opposed to it.
Yeah. Like letting someone else, a complete stranger, into their relationship, and then also some people might within themselves know that it might be them, and then get into it as you get to opening up those boxes.
And the argue that. So what you trying to say?
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't never tell me that before. Like,
so you on her side the whole time. You on her side. This is you thought this therapist. Okay.
That's how it be. I mean, this you just bashing me. I mean, what about her? I mean, she do something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how it be.
I mean, but that's probably the thing, like a therapist is going to bring it out and they're going to see, you know what I'm saying, the differences and stuff. And, maybe some people don't want those differences to be brought to light or for it to actually be like, oh, you know what, you've been right all this time. So,
and then it depends on how the conversations go too, because I think when this particular therapist said something earlier in one of the points that they made about you being right right? Because that's something that also gets us in trouble,
Mm-hmm.
right? That not about trying to be right all the time and like sitting there with the therapist and they're saying, "See, yep, that's what I told you. I told you that." You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then a lot of times, like, I don't know. Yeah, you been to a therapist before?
No.
Yeah, okay, you been to a therapist?
nah.
Okay.
Have you been to a therapist?
Yes, I've been to a therapist by myself.
Oh no, a relationship therapist?
No, just a regular therapist.
Oh, okay, yeah, I have been. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you've been. So y'all been. I ain't never been to.
I've been to a therapist. Yeah. So it's like, okay, and y'all can, people out there can chime in. All y'all can chime in. It's like, I feel like they're giving me a book question. Like, it's not authentic. It's not based on me.
Or
It's
real
based,
situation.
yeah, it's based, they general question instead of basing it on me. Like, and that's the problem I have. I think, like, even so, I can only imagine if you go to as a relationship, and we've seen this on TV. It's like they will look at the woman, they be, how they agree, and they be like, but they're just, you feel like they're on her side, but they're just, they're just like, You like, but wait a minute, what are you on her side?
Right.
So it's like, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like if you could develop something where, because I'm definitely not, and I'm not knocking no pastors or anything. I definitely would never go to a pastor or anything like that because they just, I don't know. But I just feel like there is a book. It's just a book general answer. It's not, or question. It's not related to me personally. So that's how I look at it. It's not that I don't, because I go, of course, but it's just, I won't, it's just not personal. They don't know me. So
So before we go to the next one, I want to unpack that a little bit. So why not a pastor?
because, and this is honest truth, I just, like, if it's her pastor, hell no, because then he definitely gonna be on your side. No,
Y'all go to the same church?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Like, if it's not,
It's
I just,
Pastor Watson
it's,
from First Baptist.
no, I'm not.
Glen Arden.
And then sometimes I feel like, it's just, I don't. Sometimes you go to some of these churches, and you know what I'm saying. They got their own way of so I just stay away from that. I just stay away from.
Get that comments.
Ms. Dobbs said we went to premarital counseling with our pastor.
Speaks for me. She said,
"What's wrong with pastors?" Oh, I answered. I answered. That's what, and Ms. Dobbs said we went to premarital counseling with our pastor, and I would say that was one of the best things we could do. Why was it, Amber's Web?
Well, for one, to your point, like, not every pastor out there is going to have your best interest. Not all of them are. They're not all made equal. Okay. Like, some of them are just there to collect a check, and you know what I'm saying. But
It's Ray's offering.
yeah, but it was good, man, because like our pastor, just like he took us through what, in some ways, what to expect, and like talked about the man being head of the household, and being submissive, and things that we're talking about right now. It was just, but it was all biblical. It was all scripture based. You know what I'm saying? And he showed us in the Bible this, that, and the third. So it was good. And I think it laid the foundation for the marriage, and that's why me personally, I think that going to having that kind of counseling before you decide to before you actually get married, I think is critical.
See, that was going to be my next question. Ms. Dobbs said, I had a problem with the word submissive, and he really opened my eyes up to see that doesn't mean listen to everything he says. Miss Lala said, many pastors are licensed to counsel, has to be the right one that both parties trust. I was going to actually ask that question to us about, do you think that's important before anybody get married? What you said, but you answered it. Do you think so? Be like,
we didn't go that route, so I can't attest to it. Maybe it probably would have been good for us to go to talk to someone, beforehand, to understand what marriage is really about, what vows you're really making. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have, would have been probably beneficial.
Right.
I don't think I really don't think how it could have been bad, though, to be honest. I mean, I think what would it hurt? Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
I mean, again, unless it's if you're going to a pastor and it's a pastor who has ulterior motives and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, typically when you think about it, it shouldn't be bad. It should be positive because again, it's supposed to set the foundation, and like my wife was saying, it's kind of open your eyes to what marriage is really about, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So
no doubt,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Like B says, moving right along. So this next one as a key to having a long, happy marriage is taking responsibility.
What's up, Jay? Thanks for joining us on Bigo tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it. When it comes down to it, Turn's biggest piece of relationship advice for long-term happiness in a marriage is quite simple. Take responsibility. This is the medicine few people want to take, but it is the one that makes all the difference. The mark of a truly mature relationship is one where both parties or both partners see their shortcomings, know where they have misstepped, and are not afraid to own it. He explains, personal responsibility is the road less traveled. It's the road of emotional intelligence. So, yeah. And I agree with that. Being able to take accountability for, responsibility for when you mess up, you know what I'm saying? Not being too prideful to say I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? Just like, all that stuff, it means a lot, in a relationship. So I think that's real important.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree as well. Like taking responsibility when you're wrong, and going like B said, I'm going back to say you're wrong.
You're not wrong. You still say
even when
you're wrong.
Even when you're not wrong, say, you know what? It's me.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm about to say something. I mean, these they are really having their own little podcast without us, y'all. Did y'all see all these comments on Instagram? They going in, but okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let them. Go ahead, continue on, bros. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. So still on this, saying because we're on this relationship thing. So this next one is fighting with your partner about money.
Okay. Dum dum dum. Dum dum. Here you go. This is the one right here.
5 ways to lower the tension. Okay.
I think we've had this conversation quite a few times. But
yes,
let's
go. We're gonna go in.
So love and loud arguments about money don't go together. It's no secret that disagreements over family finances are a leading cause of marital breakups. According to financial well-being app Stacking, okay, that's a
Hold on. Read that again. What is that?
The name of the app is Stacking. It's according to financial well-being app Stacking. 30% of people in a relationship don't feel comfortable discussing money with their partner. Another 31% said they'd had a money-related argument with their romantic partner in the prior 30 days. Marital money arguments can easily lead to secret keeping. In the Stacking report, 21% admit they hide things they've spent money on from their partner. The figure rises to 28% of 45 to 54-year-olds. 20% suspect their partner is being dishonest with them about their finances, and 13% have debt they are keeping secret from their loved ones. There are valid reasons that couples don't like to talk about money. Those discussions can lead to angry exchanges about big household money issues down the road. Disagreements about money usually come from a place of fear, which in itself means the strong emotions are involved, said so-synced relationship expert Jessica Anderson. People often become more defensive and argumentative about money than most other areas because it's so deeply personal.
Well, I will ask this. What is the fear of?
I don't know. I don't know what the fear is.
I mean, if
I guess one fear could be, and I'm just spitballing here. One fear could be one fear could be that you just must be
I'm spitballing.
One fear could be that you want control but don't know how to control, right? So that your partner coming to ask you those questions about money makes it seem as though maybe you don't know what, you know what I'm saying, you don't have, and now you got to explain
So
the situation.
Miss Dotson said, "Oh shit." There we go. What does that mean, bros?
You know what I'm saying? That means, oh shit. That's what it means.
But no, I'm just saying, like, what? Okay, I hear what they saying when it comes to money, but I'm trying to still figure this out, because if you become one, and I don't know, I present this to y'all. I mean, because y'all, how is it where you don't have like the same accounts and like you don't know what's going on? I'm curious. I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking.
Be glizzy.
No, I'm asking because I'm curious. Okay, because I remember an episode we talked about like debt, like. Y'all laughing.
Get that comment. Let's Caitlin Orr said something before we go into this.
Caitlin Orr said, "This is a road I can go way down. Being a one income household. How long y'all got?" No, I'm asking because we talked about when you meet somebody and you find your wife. Like we talked about the debt.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the credit score.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about, the job earnings and all that stuff. So what is that's what I'm trying to get. Like, where would it come from? Like, where would the problems come from if you already know that of ahead of time? Like,
well, I guess I guess that's the answer, right? In some situations, you wouldn't know that. Some people don't know that ahead of time. So then, they could become fearful to, afraid to kind of have those conversations. Just about money in general. Some people just don't want to talk about it. I don't know.
Because I remember, go ahead, B, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Because I remember we had the episode we was talking about student debt. And we were saying, I remember Solo, we were saying like, wait a minute, if that's your debt, that's your debt.
Right.
But a lot of times, and I think we were saying like, but wait a minute, if I'm going to marry you, then that's going to be my debt as well, because we become one. Mm-hmm. So that's, we help get all this down. Because I know me and my girl, we talk about, I even tell her like, wait a minute, no, let's get all these bills taken care of, all our bills taken care of, so we won't have none. We gonna help out, because if you help out, we get rid of them as quickly as possible. That's the goal. You know what I mean?
So I'll give you a prime example, because wifey, she brought it up, and she, saying brought some stuff up in the chat. So in my situation, right, like I'm working, and she came to me. Now sometimes, again, this is, as men, for me, this happened with me. So as men, we can sometimes feel challenged when asked about finances, right? Again, like you don't know what you're doing. In this situation, it was different. I took it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Wifey asked me about certain things, about, just taking certain things over. She was coming from a place of trying to take things off my plate, not asking me if things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So that's something that could have, it was an initial disagreement. It could have spiraled into a serious argument, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because we sat there and we talked about it, and I understood what she.
Yeah, you do a lot, bro.
You know what I'm saying? No, I mean we both do a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, go ahead, B.
Get them comments real
quick. Yeah, Kayla Noah said, some people are embarrassed by the financial situation they are in and have fear of sharing it. Nothing regarding money in a house is an I or a me situation. It's a we.
Mm-hmm.
And then November Bubble said, capital we.
Yeah.
So as I listen and hear what you said, my wife always says this, and she says this to the kids as well. The same way you got your female, or the things that you doing when you first got with your female, you're gonna have to continue to do when you get together, or when, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna continue to expect those things. And I agree with her in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? If you out buying expensive dinners and buying expensive clothes, and Christmas time come around, you buying this and you going all out the way and you doing all this extra stuff, then your significant other is going to expect you to continue to do that.
To a degree.
Yeah, I guess
I understand what you're saying, though, but yeah.
They're going to expect you to do that all the time. So with that being said, you have to go in with, you know what I'm saying, I want to say standards, but not necessarily standards, but you got to go in with expectations. You know what I'm saying? You got to, you know what I'm saying? People got to understand where you coming from. With this money situation thing, I believe that is, like it says, probably a top killer in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have money, you mad.
Yeah.
When you mad, comes arguments, and it stirs off into so many different directions. So you have to know how to control that situation. I think a lot of things is when you're picking your significant other, you have to almost have someone with the same drive as yourself.
That's important.
Are they willing to work as hard as you are?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some people don't work that hard. Some people are going to sit back and watch you do all the work. Now, like I said, if you met this person and they really didn't have a job like that, or they didn't have much going for them when you got with them, how can you expect them to keep to grind harder when you get together?
Right.
You can expect it, but you might not get what you think you
But
get.
is that a deal breaker?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Absolutely. I feel like if you're in a relationship and I'm giving 100% and you only giving 50, or you giving 25, I don't need to be with you.
What if they don't know no better?
Then they gonna
If you over 18 years old, you need to know better.
No, what I'm saying is, what if they come from an environment that, like, okay, I could tell you, like, what if they come from New York and you come from the country of Alabama, and they got a laid back,
what's up, Moon 9622? Appreciate you joining.
Demeanor, and you got to go hard demeanor, and they're comfortable in their own setting. So what is, because everybody have their own set of comfortability, right? So what if they got their own set? They like, well, I'm comfortable being just whatever position they in, and they, because we had this topic which didn't really get
being in position
30,000 or something like that. We had what it was talking about 30,000. We talking about financial
of what? What'd you say now?
Like, what if they was comfortable? Like, you know how, okay, even when the pandemic hit, right? And people was like comfortable, like, they realized, okay, I'm comfortable at my job, or I'm comfortable, I like my job. I like being an assistant, whatever, but I only make 30,000, but I love my job. I'm happy.
Not really about the money.
Exactly. It's not about the money. It's about their happiness, and they're when you want them to still keep growing, and they like, but I'm happy where I'm at. So
it comes down to what's your bills look like, what's your lifestyle look like, because if your lifestyle supersedes $30,000, then you need to figure out how to get that extra money so you can live the lifestyle you want to live. You know what I'm saying?
Or just a lifestyle.
Yeah, you're right.
That.
Let me get the Tom speaking to me said, when God blessed me with I can't wait. We share the grocery bill. Kaylin said, we need to pay this mortgage. We need to pay this electric bill. Not me. We live in this house. We eat the food. I may put my name on a box of cookies, but that's different. Kaylin said, honesty is the best and only policy when it comes to money. And Kaylin said, preach, B. Glenn. And then too funny, these may be my cookies, but these bills is ours. And then Ms. Law said, you have to be willing to learn to do better. Facts.
True that.
But it's like, so what if they're, happy in their, what their job is or whatever?
Like I said, you can be happy with your job, but you just gotta, here's the thing, right? When money becomes an issue in a relationship, it's when one person is putting out way more money than the other, or if one person, is always, always like pulling from that other person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to hold, like I tell my wife this, right? I don't care what you do with your money. As long as you got your half of the rent, as long as you got your half of the bills, I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and we get along just fine. Now listen, if you come up short, but see, I'm the type of person where, like, if I got a little extra money, I'm gonna give it to my wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's a couple dollars, honey. Go ahead and do what you want to do. Or, you know what I'm saying? She'd be like, I like this purse, so I'll throw a little something her way, or whatever the case may be. But, we have a relationship where it's like, I don't bug you about nothing. I don't ask you for nothing like that, and you don't ask me. And it's not in a rude way. It's in a way of, like, we understand each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you said something that was key to everything that, for me, that make it key to all that conversation, is the fact that, you could be happy at your job. Right?
Sorry, honey. Mortgage. I know. Mortgage is not rent. My bad.
You could be happy at that $30,000 job. You can be happy. and I could be doing great and doing what I need.
You could be making $150,000.
However,
6 figures.
However, something you said you can't be pulling at me every second. You can't be pulling at me every minute. That means you can't be just saying, oh, I got this student loan, or I got this car note, or I got this, I got that. And then it's like, wait a minute. I'm going to need you to go ahead and start building yourself up. If you keep pulling me, because then you become a liability.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And not my partner. You're becoming a liability.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was key. That's something that, you said that I was like, yeah, that part makes sense because you can't be a liability,
Yeah. I mean, that's a part of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to hold their weight. You got to carry your load. You know what I'm saying?
But for me, it's like and I'm just saying for me, if I know that going in, right? And I know that because it comes in waves. Okay, like I tell my mom, and I don't want to put my mom business, but I am, at an older age, right? What are you expecting a man to like? You're old, like you ain't expecting him because I want him to be this, and I want him to be that, and I want him to be. And I'm like, man, you like 80. Like, what do you expect this dude to be? Superman? I mean, so the expectations, when you say the expectations have to change a little bit, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and everybody's situation is different. So I think, for me, it's like, okay, at this point, do that person bring you happiness? Do that person bring you joy? Yeah, they might not be financially set on certain situations, but are they pulling at you? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Are they a liability? Yeah. Then you could say, wait a minute, they could say they're gonna do more harm to me. I'm gonna be more unhappy than I am gonna be happy because they're gonna keep pulling at me, pulling at me.
And that's where that money thing come into play. It can tear a whole relationship down.
Yeah.
It can definitely tear it down.
Yeah.
So here the 5 ways that they're saying where you can keep calm when discussing personal financial matters with your spouse. Somebody mentioned earlier, I can't remember who it was, but that was the first one. It says be honest. Being transparent is key to stopping big money free for alls before they start. It might seem easier to hide things like credit card or student loan debt until you've sorted them out, but life is unpredictable. And then what's the next one? It says make peace with your differences. Accepting your differences is essential for a harmonious life together. If you're annoyed each time you don't agree with your partner's spending habits, you'll become resentful. It says you'll end up arguing and feeling bitter toward each other. Remind yourself that you are both choosing to stay in a relationship and that it will involve compromises on both sides. Third one is reframe your perspective. Change your perspective on money and start looking at it as an opportunity to grow together rather than a source of arguments. This doesn't mean that you start agreeing with each other on every financial decision, but it does mean reframing the way you look at money and turning it into a positive instead of a negative.
What's up, CMG Records?
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, Sam. Thank you for joining in.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, you got to look at it. I mean, it goes back to what we was talking about, though. Like, I guess you can grow together.
What's up, Nutty? Thank you for joining the live tonight.
Together. Like, I know my girl, she be going, like, every time a sale, it's like, oh, it was on sale. That's her main thing. It was on sale. Like, who cares if it was on sale? That don't mean you're supposed to buy it because it's on sale. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, Lord Jesus. I mean,
dang on. So that's all you got on it?
Yeah, on that one.
That's all you got on that one. All right, well. That's all we got?
Nah, man, we got some other topics.
Let's go with another topic.
These Jones do.
Why, they too good?
Nah. Let me see.
Let's go into something. I mean, so we talking about the whole relationship and the money thing and all that good stuff.
B guy.
I'm trying to think. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Moonchild? Appreciate you joining. I'm trying to think of something off the dome, man. Just something off top because I know. I mean, y'all out there. What do y'all think?
No, I can get on something.
Go ahead.
So we talked about the 30,000 thing. I mean, is that a deal breaker? I mean, we ain't get.
Oh yeah,
30,000. So if somebody's making 30,000,
they make 30,000. And I know y'all. I'm just saying in general, 30,000 a year. What is that like? $11, $9. I don't know, something like $10 now. I don't know. Something around there.
Might be like 16.
Yeah.
No, they ain't 16.
17.
It's about 16, 15, yeah.
Oh, okay.
17,
So 30,000 a year, can the relationship sustain? Or can it be accepted? I mean, yeah, of course.
So it depends on what, you know what I'm saying, what your significant other's making, first thing, and then it's the lifestyle. I mean, you know, everybody's like money situation is going to predicate their lifestyle. And if you living beyond your means, then you're going to have to find something else, or you're going to have to work 2 jobs.
Can I be honest? I come to realize in my age, we all live beyond our means, bro.
I think a lot of folks do.
Yeah.
Like I be sitting there thinking like, why do we live in this? Like what? Like,
Because
utility bills be out
we
the
human,
roof. Like,
man,
what
and
the
we
hell?
want things, man. Everybody wants stuff, you know. I mean, like I said, I remember a time, you know what I'm saying, when I was really struggling, man, you know, and I know what those times are, and I think people get to the point, you know, people that have been through those very lows of lows when you have your electric turned off and stuff like that, like you never want to go through that again. You know what I'm saying? So it puts a different type of grind and hustle in you,
right?
Yes,
when you've been through those type of situations. You never want your kids to see, you know what I'm saying, like they've seen it, but you know what I'm saying, after that one time, it's like this can't happen again.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's what I mean. But I think it boils down because me, you know, we were living in you know, up north in Lorton, and I remember having our power turned out. Man, I was working for Cox, the cable company, and I was working at the mall. I was working 2 jobs, bro. I had to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want my wife to work 2 jobs. Like that wasn't. Right. I feel like in a marriage, everybody needs to pull their weight, but at the same time, I'm the man. Yeah. If you the man, you supposed to be sacrificing, getting out there working, grinding, making. I was going to meet my father to go work with him, a little side hustle, making money. So it was always, I wanted my wife to be with the kids, you know what I'm saying, take care of them, make sure everything was straight at home. So when you say 30,000,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
When you say 30,000, it's like, it's not bad, but it depends on what you trying to, you know, what you have going on in your life.
$15, $16 in the South, boy, you living like a king.
Yeah, yeah. In the South.
And then too, like, it depends on the situation, because someone could be, it would be bad for someone who has, let's say, like a lot of debt, making 30,000, right? Because and if you're paying your bills, right, trying to get out of debt, then you don't have a whole lot of money left over for your significant other. But if you making 30,000 and you ain't got no debt, you ain't really got no responsibilities, and y'all like just dating or whatever,
you balling,
then you can put that
you
money.
Balling.
Welcome to the good life.
Yeah, you balling. If you ain't got no responsibility, nothing, you making you're balling for real. You, the world is your oyster. Like you have nothing.
Get them comments.
So we're gonna get a couple of these comments. November Butterfly said, it's a whole mortgage. Why are we saying rent? Tommy, I know that's right. Then Ms. Lala said the purse though. November Butterfly said, yes, Ms. Lala, I have to get that handbag fixed. November Butterfly said, we love her. Say, I guess she was talking about my girls is selling. Then Talent Speaker said 30,000 is about $15, $16 an hour. And they said, yes, it could be sustained. It's definitely relative. It depends on what works for you in the season you're in. 30,000 might work outside of DMV, right?
Yeah.
And then in fact, I worked 2 jobs to make sure things were good off, an 8-hour job to go to my 12-hour job. Oh my God. And that's the thing, man. I think it depends on where you at in life. I feel like, I mean, this is what I want to say. Like, why do we always put titles on love? Like we put.
What do you mean by title?
Like we put criteria on love. Like a person has to be this when it comes to being in love. Like it's like the person can't be just loving you for you who you are. It's always like you have to have this or be this or this. And I know there's certain expectation and standards that people have, but why does it always have to be something? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know, when we talk about the 30,000, right? And we say, okay, $15, $16 an hour, you know, but at the same time, what if that person is they loving you for who you are? They're treating you like the greatest person that you need to be treated. Why are we making that? Because I know that was one of the articles that we had read. Why is that like You get what I'm saying? Why are they making that like a standard where, okay, if they make 30,000 or below, why are you with them type stuff? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
What do you mean? Like, they love me. I'm in love with them. They treat me like the queen or king I want to be. And they don't have the debt or whatever that we talking about. Then what are we talking about here?
You bring up a good point, man. Like for two reasons. For me, like I'm thinking about it. Like when me and wifey started dating, I don't recall ever thinking like, oh, she has to be this or that or have this and that. You know what I'm saying? It was just, let's just date. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be together and go have fun and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people who put those kinds of stipulations on a relationship sometimes have failed relationships, sometimes don't have as many relationships, like real relationships, as you would, because your criteria, your terms are so strict, you know, and it's like you said, you could be missing someone who, you know, might have, let's say, 80% of what you're looking for, but they don't have, you know, you're looking at this last 10-20%.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and
exactly.
it's you know,
yeah. Do you think it also, like, it comes with age too? Because we all know, like, when you're young, it's almost where you feel like you got the world as your, you know, the whole life ahead of you. But then when you're 40, it's like, okay,
I don't know, man.
Do I change it, or do I push the goalpost back a little, or do I stick to my expectations and my standards?
I don't necessarily feel like age, I know we talked about this before too, like I don't necessarily feel like age has anything to do with it all the time, because again, you could have an old player, right, that's ain't had no real serious relationships and just going through, you know, however many women or men, you know what I'm saying, depending on what side you on. You know, for me, like, I always wanted to that, you know what I'm saying, to be with, you know, my woman and have kids and provide and all the other stuff. So, and me and my wife, we got married young. We was early 20s when we got married, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't necessarily feel like age is a determining factor in that situation. Yeah. But
Talent Speaks for Me said, my criteria, just love God, then everything else falls into place. The Butterfly said, well said. Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of times where people, when you are by yourself for so long, is the fact that sometimes they just give in with, you know, you can have the expectations as a criteria, and then sometimes when you've been through some disaster relationships or some, you know, downfalls, you say, okay, well, as long as this person loves me for me, and I'm, you know,
I think that's what it boiled down to. You know, like expectations can change,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But it has to change in the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? You can't just change them just because you want somebody. Like, don't lower your expectations. You know what I'm saying? You could have somebody that, at one point they're doing all this, that, and the third, but then they change, and you might gotta change too. Yeah. So I mean, that's the point of it. So go ahead. No, go ahead. Because
you said a good point. You might gotta change too. Because that's what, in a relationship, when you want that balance, and goes back to what we was talking about, reflection. And sometimes you gotta look at yourself and say, hold up, my partner is like this, or my partner's feeling like I need to, you know, help and, you know, make that person comfortable, and vice versa, vice versa.
True.
Yeah, vice versa.
Ms. Dawson got something on it.
Yeah, Ms. Dawson said, I did have criteria because I didn't have kids or debt, and I had a good job, but Ambrose was the first man who didn't have ulterior motives, and loved all of me, so that criteria didn't matter anymore.
You say it, baby. You say it, baby.
I mean, it's Thursday. Y'all don't do this to me. It's Thursday.
Emotions make you cry sometimes.
And then Tom said, I know that's right. Good love will make you sacrifice some things. There it is. Yeah, man. Make you sacrifice. Love make you sacrifice. I'm sacrificing for mine.
That's good, man.
And I got to, because, you know, she's been in my corner.
So since we talk about money and sacrificing, and, you know what I'm saying, Could you work with your significant other?
Yeah, I can work with my significant other.
I have. I mean,
mine
I have before.
I work with mine.
Not like.
Would you want to work with your significant other?
Yeah. I mean, I'm working towards that right now, but
I believe that I could work with my significant other, but would I want to work with my wife every day? No.
Why not? Why not?
That was like an emphatic no. It was
no. I'm just saying. No, I don't because you have to have some type of separation. You cannot be up somebody's butt every day, all day. I don't want to come to work, look at you in your face, come home, look at you in your face.
Have you ever
It's
had
gotta
that
be.
But have you ever did that before?
No, I haven't, but I know I wouldn't want to. Now, I got folks that I work with where they husband work there and they work there too. And it's like, you can kind of see. And then like, okay, so say for instance, you work with
emphatic no.
You work with somebody, right? Mm-hmm. So then you know their boss, and their boss comes in there talking about your husband or your significant other when you in there. Mm-hmm. And you can't really speak on it. Mm-hmm. Because it's a work type thing. So you can be like, oh, don't be talking about my woman like that.
Hold on, dog. Let me tell you something real quick, boss.
Exactly. So, I don't know. What them comments say before you go?
He said, I cannot do it. Only J. Dot said, a lot of people say love God and everything falls in place, though living by what they say, the Lord is another. Some people don't trust God all the way, so they chase after what they want and not what they need. Mm. And Silas people said, hell no. And then Silas people, I would not. And Miss Law said, hell no, he is hard on people. I mean, if we owned a business or something, yes, but working for someone else, not at all. I want to miss you. True. And that's going to what you said, can you work together? I am done. Imagine having a layoff and you both get let go. That is a good that's a good one right there. Yeah. Both of y'all get let go?
Yeah. That's
because you're gonna get mad.
That's true.
You're gonna be like, excuse me. Now why you fire my wife?
Yeah. I'm fired too. Both of us.
I'm fired too. Well, why am I fired?
I couldn't.
Oh my God! It's like, well, why am I fired? I didn't do anything. Nah, I mean, I think it'll be okay. I worked with mine before, and I think it was good. Actually, it was nice. It was nice.
I'm glad it was nice for you.
He said,
nope. Can't do it.
No, sir.
Do it. I can't do it. No, sir.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Well,
yeah.
That was a good show, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, good stuff.
But before we go,
I'm just saying good stuff. I mean to say good stuff. Good stuff. I'm sorry.
November Scott said both us fired.
So I got to bring this back up because
what you say done.
Yeah, because I wanted to talk about something else too.
Go ahead. What?
No, bro.
No, you got
no. This ain't about this.
No, B, you got good one.
Bros,
you got a good one. I'm curious.
No, go ahead, bros. What you got?
So I want to bring this back up because y'all was on some other stuff, including some people in the comments hating on Viola Davis, but yeah.
Oh Lord.
So Viola Davis and not what was her name? What's Angela Bassett? Viola Davis, not Angela Bassett, just achieved EGOT status with her recent Grammy win. She 57-year-old won the award for the best audiobook narration and storytelling. She is only the third Black woman to claim EGOT status and the 18th person to receive the honor overall. So big ups to her. I tried to tell y'all she was better than.
Yeah, big ups to her, but I don't know about her being better than Angela Bassett. What is an EGOT?
That's an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and I forget what Tony Award. That's what it was. Yeah.
And that's Angela.
No, that's
nope.
Viola Davis.
You doing what?
I'm not taking nothing away from Viola Davis. I'm not. But she's not on Angela Bassett's level.
Nah,
she's not. Like, she's a great actor. But
I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
We talking about, come on now. We talking about Boys in the Hood.
Did you watch Woman King yet?
Of course.
Okay, then you tripping.
No, she did it.
I haven't watched it either.
Hey, look. I slept on The Woman King. That was a one man. That actually, and I know some of y'all. That was better than. I like that better than the Black Panther.
What's that?
The Woman King.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that. I'm probably gonna watch it this weekend.
I like that better than the Black Panther, man. That thing was nice, and I slept on it. But I liked it better than that, than the Wakanda movie. I liked it better than Wakanda. But I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not discrediting Viola. Viola's a great actor. I'm just saying Angela her body of work is just.
I wish I would have been prepared for this argument.
Got more.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Because it's just so much stuff that I would have looked up beforehand, just because I don't know everything off the top of my brain.
As far as Viola,
as far as Angela Bassett,
what I could go down. Okay, Boys in the Hood. How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Mm-hmm.
What else she was in?
She was in
Let's go. Come on. You know, bro. See, he make me sick. Because he know. And he ain't gonna say
I'm
anything.
trying to tell you.
IG, TikTok. Let us know what was Angela Bassett.
Her body of work.
Her body of work.
She's in a lot of drama. She's in a lot of TV series.
She got a lot of movies too.
She got a whole bunch of movies. She got she got Waiting to Exhale. Now,
Waiting to Exhale.
Man, she got Waiting to Exhale. She got and she did awesome. That she was the bomb in Waiting to Exhale.
Oh yeah.
And but if you look at Angela Bassett movies and all the prominent black movies she was in.
Yeah.
No.
If you look at all the prominent black female movies, it was Angela Bassett.
But again, I say most of her roles were all similar. That's the difference.
So let me throw another actor out there that she probably can't hold that much of a candle, but she's up there too, I think. And I watched a clip on TikTok of her, and she from Maryland. Y'all know who I'm gonna say?
Who?
She from Maryland.
Yeah. Jody, my Jody.
Oh, you talking about what's her name, man? What is her name?
I'm drawing
Come
a
on,
blank
help me
too.
in the comments. Who?
Are you serious?
Baby boy, what's her name?
Yeah.
Ain't this like Regina something?
No, ain't no Regina fool.
What is her name? Come on, help me in the comments.
Oh,
what is her name?
Start with a T.
Taraji
Henson.
Yes.
She in the movie that they did with she was like the scientist or something or whatever with NASA.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
the black woman.
When she did that scene where she told him about how she had to go to the bathroom like a mile down the dang on block and then come back. She acted her butt off in that joint. So I think she's a pretty great actor,
she has emerged as one of the
What'd you say? You say, I know y'all lying. I'm taking y'all black card revoked. What did you say?
I mean, what did we say wrong?
What we say? You said Taraji's not a good actor? I said she ain't gonna be up there.
Maybe because we ain't know her name.
Oh, because we ain't know her name
off the top.
My bad.
Yeah. There's a lot going on through our heads. I mean, Lord Jesus.
You see, your girl told me to tell you to hurry it up, Jody. Chop, hurry up. Let's go.
All right, Lord Jesus. Okay.
Oh, dang.
Lord. See what I'm saying? I'm wrong. B,
so you do gotta go. You do gotta go.
I'm wrong. It's me.
Put your mic down.
I apologize.
Go on.
I'm wrong. It's me. I'm wrong. I'm taking accountability for my actions.
Oh shit.
But no, I'm just saying, like we talking about Taraji. She's emerged, especially when she did what's the TV series she did? Lucius.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I watched it.
You ain't do.
Nah,
What's the joke?
Empire.
Empire. You never watch Empire?
Nah, I ain't watched that.
I know I couldn't. They got ridiculous. Yeah, they got ridiculous.
So I didn't watch it.
But she did her thing in that. But they got ridiculous. They started to get too ridiculous for me, and y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're not gonna go into all of that. But So yep.
It got too. Yeah, Empire. It just got too ridiculous for me. But in the beginning, it was cool. But then it started to go left for me. But anyway, she did her thing in that though. You know, she did her thing. You know, and with what's the other joint? What's the
we're talking about with Terrence? Oh,
yeah, Terrence Howard and
the Hustle and Flow joint.
Yeah, Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow, and the other one. They did a couple movies together. Hustle and Flow, and the other one. What's the football player Morris Chestnut was in? Is Tay Diggs? Come on, y'all. We about to really be exposed. A football movie? They're about to really take our black card, yo. I
can't remember which one it was though.
It was Tay Diggs. Y'all know. Hey, it was Tay Diggs. It was Tay Diggs.
I guess you don't watch
Terrence Howard.
No Kava. You don't want no Kava.
She just going in on me, right? Okay, babe, I got you. Like she just going in. It was Tay Diggs. It was Terrence Howard. Remember, she died. The book thing.
That wasn't her, man. You talking about Best Man? What you talking
She
about?
wasn't in Best Man?
Nah.
Oh, I'm tripping then.
Black card revoked. No. Nah.
She wasn't. I thought she was in that joint.
Nah.
Oh no, I'm thinking about. Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about. No. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about. Think Like a Man. That's what I'm thinking about. Think Like a Man.
Oh, okay.
Think Like a Man. That's not Best Man. Think Like a Man. Think Like a Man.
Yeah.
So it's too many. I'm saying she did her thing. I liked her in that too. But she was in Think Like a Man, Think Like a Man too. Yeah. You ain't never seen Think Like a Man, see?
I have seen
No,
it.
you haven't. Have you seen Think Like a Man? Oh, okay. All right.
Who was in Think Like a Man?
See, look, y'all talk about, she was.
Well,
She
but
was
what
in
you
Think
call
Like a Man.
who was the Kevin Hart's joint?
I don't even know what I watched yesterday sometimes. Although I did watch The Man from Toronto on what's the name? That was pretty decent.
Oh, yeah.
That was all right.
What was that?
Yeah, that was all
It
right.
was on Netflix. Kevin Hart.
Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
That joint was good. Oh,
was
you
all
gotta
right.
see it. That don't like that. Actually, I slept on it. It was good.
It was all right.
good.
It wasn't
It was
that
good.
bad.
It was
Yeah,
good.
it was pretty good. Kevin Hart he funny as usual. Cat always doing something.
All right, let me.
I know we got to get ready to wrap this show.
Jody gotta
Everybody,
go get
man.
his
We
kava.
appreciate
My
everybody.
baby, my wifey getting upset on me right now.
Man, thanks.
My wifey getting upset.
Everybody for tuning in tonight, man. This is an awesome show, man. We missed Solo, man.
Hey, this was
here
good,
tonight.
man. Yeah, we had a good time, man.
We definitely gonna have some more content, man. We're gonna be going live, a little bit more, doing some different stuff, man. So it won't always be catered to relationships, but man, we love for y'all to come join us.
Yes.
And have a good time. So.
Yes.
But don't forget, Saturday we going live Podcast Head. I'll be going live on Podcast Head, going over the fights. You know what I'm saying? UFC 284. So
I'll probably jump in there
for that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna jump in.
Yeah, we'll jump in.
Yeah.
We gotta have. Look, I'm gonna figure out which one. I'm gonna have a fight party soon.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all come over.
Oh, we're gonna have
We
the
all
cameras
come
up.
in.
We're gonna have.
Are
a
we
ball.
bringing all the wifeys with us?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, wifey's coming.
Yeah.
And look, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube. Make sure y'all watch all the ads, do everything. Keep supporting us, and we love y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming in, sharing everything, and please give us some topics y'all want to talk about, something y'all want to, on your mind.
Hit us up
Feel
on
free.
IG.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
TikTok when we not banned no more.
And Bigo, we on
So-
Bigo tonight.
so wait
man.
a minute.
Bigo's been up to 75 folks. You know what I'm
Wait-
saying all day. They
Wait
haven't
a
really
minute.
commented, but
Wait a minute, B. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just saw this on the screen.
what's that?
November Butterfly says, "Stay tuned for the ladies' podcast head." Are they really doing this to us?
Ladies'
Josh?
night.
They really doing this to us. Okay, 10-4.
Hey, what we say earlier about that money? Y'all better get y'all money together, get all this material, and put this joke together.
And we ain't supporting nothing.
Y'all gonna need about 6 cameras, 4 lights.
Switchers, everything. Get extra phones and extra.
You gonna need a MacBook. You gonna need a HP. Nah.
Hey, thank y'all.
If y'all
man.
would have said something, but we got y'all back like
yeah,
4
yeah.
flats on a Cadillac.
Hey,
Hey, thank y'all again.
Yeah,
And,
thank y'all.
We'll see y'all again next Thursday.
Thursday.
Well, we'll see y'all Saturday. We're
Yeah.
gonna do something. So thank
Yeah.
y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good weekend.
Peace.
yeah.
Later.
Baby, I'm coming.
We out.